got a birthday party for one of the kids that we got. I'm gonna go get some balloons. You good with that? You good with that? Can we keep all the balloons up in the air? Huh? Can we keep all the balloons up in the air? Can we keep the balloons in the family room? Huh? You think we can do that? Is that possible? Can we keep the balloons smelling like rubber? I'm tired of having our birthday balloons smell like Byron. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm trouble. Lindsey Graham, this you? Lindsey Graham at Disney. While our country is at war, our airports are a mess, DHS is not funded, and our elections aren't secure, Lindsey Graham is wandering around Disney World with a bubble wand. This is an image that should live in infamy. Okay. You know from our elections are not secure, this came from the right wing, and even they dragging you. A bubble wand, Lindsey. A bubble wand, dog.
Come on, man.
It didn't even spring for the big one. Didn't even spring for the big one. They got you with the small bubble wand. Come on, Lindsey. Y'all thinking what I'm thinking?
Daddy, watch me twirl. Daddy, watch me.
My great-grandfather didn't fight for civil rights for the black people of South Carolina for you to be out here representing the state like this. Come on. Come on. Don Stanley got them girls going to the Final Four, and you got the state looking like this? Come on.
This is egregious work. This is nasty, egregious work.
George Rogers Heisman is crying in his case at the way you got the state looking. I'm sorry. Is it any worse? Is it any worse than Nancy Mace or Tim Scott? Literally, just pick anything. Just pick anything. Honestly, I think this is pretty much on the level for the way the state be looking on the national political stage. Tomorrow, he's having breakfast with the characters. Hey, Lindsey, what you want to do? Because a lot of times they have them in twos. They have them in twos. They have them in pairs. They have a real popular one and then a less popular one. But when you go in, you can meet both. So what you find you a minor princess and get in line for the minor princess. And then when you get in there, then you can bam, Princess Tiana. Princess Tiana. With the frog and of course you don't. Spent some time breaking clays in Edgefield County today. Doesn't get much better than that. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham. Huh? You think you slick? You thought you was slick with that one? He got caught in 4K with a princess wand, so he posted the least gay photo in his camera roll. LMAO. Honestly, that was bad as the princess wand. I'm being honest. That's bad as the princess wand. At least say you was holding it for your niece or something like niece. You don't got no family? Well, Fox News should at least pick you up.
And single and childless South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham dropped into the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Laura. He claims he was doing business in Florida, a lot of it at Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort. You can see Mickey in the background. And then he was later seen walking through Fantasyland with a pink bubble gun. What is Lindsey doing? I don't know why he's there, but it's a very weird world after all, I guess.
No, it's a very small world, I would say that.
Single and childless. I heard that. Did y'all hear it? That's what Fox News had to say. Well, Lindsey, if I know Magadum like I think I do, all you gotta do is wait like an hour or two. It'll be another scandal train coming. Secret double life of Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband Byron, the pouting busty bimbo photos, and trove of explicit messages. I feel like Monique and Precious. Just no. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I feel like Monique and Precious. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. We were wondering how he was able to stay in the pocket. You know what I mean? We were all wondering how he was able to stay in the pocket. I think Kristi Noem just did an appearance overseas in that bootleg position they gave her to save face, and she still brought Corey Lewandowski. Because I saw people dragging her like, girl, what is you doing? You just got fired because everybody aired out your relationship with Corey Lewandowski, and you bring him to the bootleg, putting your life back together job? We just saw that, and we were wondering how Kristi Noem's husband was able to stay in the pocket. And now we know. And now we know.
Brother, what's that?
Well, maybe the situation is he can pick and choose his situation. He find vulnerable, you know what I mean? He can pick and choose. He like, what? Your husband did what? Oh, this bar on the floor. This bar on the floor. I don't even have to be decent for this. Hey, let me show you what her husband doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, as long as I stay out of her Victoria's Secrets drawer, I'm good. You know what I mean? I could creep on that. I could creep while I'm creeping. Kristi Noem's husband was revealed as a secret crossdresser who dons gigantic fake breasts and pink hot pants to chat with online fetish models.
Hey, yo, what the?
It's not for me to understand. You know what I mean? It's not for me to understand. I resign. I try as best I can to try and understand and try and talk about these things. That's why we do street politics. That's why we do Who Raised Y'all. I try and talk about these things from a perspective of just logic and reason and common sense. This is not for me to understand. I'm just going to read. While his wife has operated at the highest echelons of government, handling matters of national security in her recent role as DHS secretary, Byron Noem has been dressing up and paying adult entertainers to talk dirty. The Daily Mail has reviewed hundreds of messages involving 3 women from the bimbofication scene, where performers transform themselves into real-life Barbie dolls by pumping colossal amounts of saline into their breasts.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Ain't that like a Mar-a-Lago special? You know what I mean? Isn't that like a Mar-a-Lago special? Trump ain't put his name on that yet? Hey, Trump, get on this. Get on it. I know you want to put your name places it don't belong. It belong there. It definitely belonged there. Trump got to get on that. I mean, really, he always want to put his name on the wrong stuff. We don't want your name on the Kennedy Center. Put your name on that. That was your contribution to the culture, for sure. Because I seen them pictures coming out of Mar-a-Lago.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Byron has lavished praise on their surgically enhanced bodies, confessed his lust for huge, ridiculous boobs, and even made an indiscreet remarks about his 34-year-old marriage to former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi our investigation can exclusively disclose. National security experts consulted by the Daily Mail say his brazen behavior could have left the 54-year-old MAGA favorite who oversaw ICE's aggressive crackdown until she was removed from her position on March 5th, vulnerable to blackmail. Okay, Daily Mail, y'all really tried it with MAGA favorite. y'all, she gets preferred MAGA unemployment status. Is that what you mean? They let her move in the VIP unemployment line at MAGA. How's she gonna be a MAGA favorite when she just got packed up? And they don't pack up nobody. They don't pack up. Pam Bondi and Pete Hegseth are still pulling a check. They don't pack up no Cash Patel, who just got hacked. Talking about vulnerable to blackmail. Cash Patel, who just got hacked, still pulling a check. Okay? The man who couldn't contain the stream when he went to celebrate with the boys after they won the Olympics. And then presumably went into his X videos account, which they also got access to. That he's still pulling a check. So y'all tried it when it came to MAGA favorite. But more importantly, how about the fact that, as the Daily Mail said, it left her vulnerable to blackmail? I would say so. I would say so. I wouldn't call that homeland secure. That homeland does not seem secure. You know, that homeland seems very insecure. So 1,000%, it left her vulnerable to blackmail. If only that was something that might have been known prior to her nomination. You know what I mean? It's too bad we have this system in America where we just roll the dice and whoever it comes up on gets to be Secretary of Homeland Security. You know, it's too bad we don't have a vetting process where we could be like, well, is her husband with the Barbies? Could that be an issue? You know, is her husband with the Barbies? Let's see. Does her husband, when her husband says something with his chest, is it his natural chest?
What do you mean by that?
Or he's saying stuff with an enhanced chest? You know, it's too bad we couldn't get that information. You know, that's wild. You know, but I tell you this, Cricket laughing. I know Cricket laughing. Cricket knew this. Is that why Cricket got Kristi Noem? Is that why Cricket got Cricket? Y'all didn't walk Cricket. I know what happened. They didn't walk Cricket. She left. She told Byron to walk Cricket. Cricket was sitting there like, I got to use the bathroom because, you know, if I pop a squat right here in the foyer, y'all going to be mad at me when y'all didn't take me out. Let me go see what's going on. Cricket went in the back and found them saying stuff not with his natural chest. Is this why Kristi Noem shot her dog in the backyard? Because they knew too much? That's what happened. Cricket walked in on him. That's what happened. I already know. Cricket walked in on him. That's why you couldn't give us a good excuse, Kristi Noem. Byron Noem in the house while Kristi was outside shooting dogs. If a media organization can find this out, you can assume with a high degree of confidence that a hostile intelligence service knows this as well, warned former CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos. In a selfie shared with one of his online contacts, Byron, an insurance mogul and a rugged father of three, can be seen squeezing into a flesh-colored crop top in skin-tight pink shorts.
I'm gonna really let him have it. Show him my stuff. Give that man everything I got.
Pause.
It's not for me to understand. That's fine. Byron, that's fine. But Daily Mail, I was going to challenge your use of rugged. But now I see you were just setting them up. Now I see you just wanted to call him rugged when you talked about the crop top in the pink shorts. That's all. That's all. That's all you wanted to do. And also interesting that he's an insurance mogul, apparently. Well, I see that worked out when Cricket walked in the back. You had to make sure you got some insurance to make sure that didn't get out. Unfortunately, it got out anyway when it came to this. Is that what kind of situation y'all got? Y'all got an agreement? I mean, adults can make agreements. It's totally fine. I'm just trying to figure out, was your insurance the Corey Lewandowski thing, and her insurance was the crop top pink shorts? You know, everybody's insured. Everybody's good. Everybody can move forward with the knowledge that they are protected, right?
Wrong.
Byron, an insurance mogul and the rugged father of three, can be seen squeezing into a flesh-colored crop top and skin-tight pink shorts. He appears to have stuffed 2 balloons inside his shirt to resemble breasts, positioning the knots in the proper place. Just this month, Byron was photographed supporting his wife by sitting dutifully behind her at the March 4th congressional hearing, scrutinizing her aggressive immigration enforcement tactics. There, you see him right there.
A few moments later.
Oh, Byron! Oh, no! Oh, they got Byron! Oh, no! They got Byron! Ricky! Y'all voted for this man. Oh, well, he's the kind of guy that you want to have a beer with. Now look what we got. Byron got balloons in his shirt.
I think that.
The only person happy about this is Corey Lewandowski. Corey Lewandowski. Y'all talk trash about me. Huh? Y'all talk trash about me. I know Kristi can't be happy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Well, let me think. Is this good or bad? Because on the one hand, it looked horrible that you were a married woman carrying on, flying around in the jet with the bed suite. On the one hand, it looked terrible. But then on the other hand, now that we know, think about how would you feel about one of your friends carrying on an affair? Think about how you would characterize one of your friends carrying on an affair just in a vacuum. Now you consider that friend married to Byron. It's not, bimbofication, in the infamous words of Chris Rock, I'm not saying it's right, but I understand. Kristi Noem, we understand. Now, nobody said it had to be Corey Lewandowski, though. That was on you. And that certainly doesn't absolve you to a damn thing you did while you was at ICE. Okay? And don't think we let any of that go. Oh, no. This only applies to slipping out at night. That's the only thing this applies to. In that regard, on behalf of America,
I understand.
Kristi Noem, Byron and Kristi have been married for 34 years and share 3 children. Maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong because I talked about the idea of security, having the security of knowing that your partner's doing dirt. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. You know, I talked about Corey Lewandowski seeking out Kristi, knowing Byron had balloons in his shirt. Maybe Kristi seeked out Byron knowing he had balloons in his shirt. She was like, I can be free for 34 years with a man to take me to all the stuff. Okay. All right. Another photo. Jeez. Another photo shows the rancher and businessman wearing figure-hugging green leggings and a white top stretched over two bulging orbs. Remarkably, Byron's face is clearly visible in both images. That's where you messed up at, Byron. That's where you messed up at. Even I know that. Then again, he's older than me. So, it's each one teach one. Each one teach one. Don't take your face out. How take your that's a rookie mistake, Byron. Don't never let your face be in the photo with the green skin tight leggings. Come on. The photo is showcasing the green skin tight leggings. You don't need your face to be in it. Never show your face in the photo with the balloons in your shirt, with the flesh colored top. Let the flesh colored top and the balloons be great. They don't need your face, Byron. And you would be safe today had you adhered to that policy. You got 3 kids. They gotta be of age to tell you these things. Listen to the kids. Hey, you know what I mean? Now you don't put your face with the skin tight green leggings. We all know that. He pouts playfully at the camera, seemingly unconcerned that his online activity could pose security implications for his wife's position at the heart of the Trump administration. Texts and WhatsApp messages reveal that Byron was being repeatedly asked for money during the 14 months Noem led the nation's largest federal law enforcement agency. He sent his secret roster of online acquaintances at least $25,000 via Cashapp and PayPal, but when the payments were delayed or failed to materialize, the chats would quickly turn sour. Oh, man. Byron was in there with the flesh-colored top with the balloons in it and the skin-tight green leggings, thinking they liked him for him. He had on the little pink shorts, thinking they loved him for his personality.
You serious?
Hey, Byron, that is a moment that when you realize what it is, that a moment of heartbreak that I can empathize with. I can. I definitely can. I've been there. We've all been there. Now, we got there in our teens. I don't know what you're doing, what you in your 60s, 50s, 60s now. I don't know. We got there in our teens. I'm planning on going through this with my son in 10 years, and he's in daycare. Okay. We got there in our teens, but it's painful. It is painful. It is painful when that's true. That is true. Man, they knew they had a lick. Now, did these relationships predate her being at DHS? I just need to know, did they seek Byron out knowing that his wife was head of DHS, or did they have a pre-existing relationship and then they came up on a lick because of Kristi Noem's nomination? Were they celebrating in the bimbofication community when Kristi Noem was nominated, knowing they had a lick? I need to know. I need to know these things. Did they have a whole balloon party on Zoom? Was there a balloon party on Zoom when they found out that the dude in the green leggings wife was head of DHS? Or was this something that was talked about behind closed doors? Daily Mail, we need some more investigation on this one. One of the women became so disgruntled, she posted about his behavior on social media before later deleting it. Okay, so there's evidence of this before now. Jack Barsky, a former Soviet spy turned U.S. counterintelligence asset, told the Daily Mail the potential for blackmail was alarming. It's astounding that somebody whose spouse is at that level has that kind of bad judgment. Now this is better, Byron. This is better, Byron. This is better. Your face not in this one. Your face not in. Now, Byron, he got better. All right, Byron. Byron. Baby steps. Baby steps, Byron. Baby steps. He learned. He learned. You have to find the level of who you're dealing with and react accordingly. You know, generally I would find photos like that to be objectionable. But when you started with his face in it and now he's cutting his face off, Byron, you're doing better. Byron, you're doing better. Yeah. You showing a look that dare I say, Byron, the last few were classy. Those were classy. Those were the classiest of the bunch. I can't give you that. I can't give you that.
Stop it. Get some help.
Kristi and Byron met in high school, married in 1992, and raised daughters, Cassidy Kennedy and a son, Booker. Their marriage became the subject of intense speculation when the Daily Mail revealed her alleged years-long affair with close advisor Corey Lewandowski in a 2023 expose. Kristi, at that time the governor of South Dakota, denied the fling, and the Noems have since put up a united front. I bet they did. That conversation was short. That conversation was short. Hey, Kristi, what's this they talking about an affair? You stepping out on me? Byron, issue? Huh? Byron, issue? By the way, we got a birthday party for one of the kids that we got. I'm going to go get some balloons. You good with that? You good with that? Can we keep all the balloons up in the air? Huh? Can we keep all the balloons up in the air? Can we keep the balloons in the family room? Huh? You think we can do that? Is that possible? Can we keep the balloons smelling like rubber? I'm tired of having our birthday balloons smell like Byron. How about that? Never mind, you good. You good. What you and Corey doing tonight? Byron got in contact with a model using the pseudonym Jason Jackson, complimenting her amazing curves and vowing to worship her like a goddess. In text and audio calls, the pair shared everything from mundane chit-chat to spicy banter about her chest. How are your boobs, he asked her. Would you ever go bigger? The model sent him an array of topless selfies and lingerie shots. Jason apparently felt relaxed enough to reciprocate with photos of himself wearing skimpy outfits and lopsided DIY breasts. You turned me into a girl, he said. Should I put on leggings?
What?
A PayPal account belonging to Jason Jackson sent the woman regular deposits, typically between $500 and $1,000. He says he openly admitted to having a wife and family. He'd say, I love my wife. I want to get better. Then he'd disappear, come back, and start again. I'm a little confused. I will say this. I'm a little confused. You like what you like. You like what you like. I'm a little confused at the reciprocation. Because if you like to see a person that way, that's fine. If you like to dress that way, that's fine. The both is confusing to me. That why don't you save the money and just, Byron, they got a on your phone, you can do selfie mode on your phone. I know, Byron. I know. You could do selfie mode on your phone. And if you do selfie mode, you can look at you like that. You can look at you like that. And you don't have to pay no money. If you going to do all of that, you even went and got the flesh color top. You even went and got the flesh color top, Byron. Oh, man. That's filthy work.
Nasty, egregious work.
Did you charge, Byron? Did you charge? Because no, if she was looking at you in that condition, Byron, have some self-worth for yourself. Why should she be the only one getting money?
Wake the hell up!
A second woman told the Daily Mail she pocket dialed Jason and was astonished to hear a voicemail greeting saying Noem Insurance, leave a message. You might as well have had your voicemail say DHS. Wow. Noem, you don't give them the Noem Insurance line, Byron?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I don't know what was more unbelievable. The fact that he was engaged in this while his wife was the head of DHS and the opportunity for blackmail, and that it made all of us less safe, or that he was this sloppy. I was completely shocked. I said, why are you doing this? I didn't think hot guys did this. He said he didn't care. I thought you should care. Your wife could lose everything she's ever worked for. The second woman, who's also read about Kristi's alleged affair with Lewandowski, a longtime GOP operative who married 9/11 widow Allison Hardy in 2005 and has 4 children. I asked him about it, and his response was, I know there's nothing I can do about it. I know there's nothing I can do about it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
When asked about her relationship with Corey Lewandowski, the one that to this day they deny, Kristi Noem is wild, man. Honestly, Kristi Noem is wild. The fact that we actually had a cabinet member who had that little credibility when she came in. Remember, she came in on the wings of the Kim Jong-un and the cricket. That's how she came in. Still got confirmed. When asked about the affair that to this day she denies, Byron allegedly said, I know there's nothing I can do about it. Byron, I beg to differ. Not only is there quite a bit that you can do about it because you are a human being with agency, but apparently you did do something about it. Apparently you did. You did a lot, Byron. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit, Byron. You did a lot.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I got a weird lead, a source texted me. They said an immigrant sex worker, possibly in the country illegally, wanted to go public about Noem's husband using her services online. It was vengeance for DHS's immigration enforcement.
The tea is even fucking hotter than we originally thought. I was so excited to see Kristi Noem's husband wearing titties. I didn't even get into the details of it all. And it turns out the worker that passed those photos along just so happens to be an immigrant. Oh, yes. The worker was an immigrant seeking vengeance for the ICE terror Kristi Noem has been raining on the country. And honestly, I am here for it. Honey, any other workers out there that are working hard for their money and come across any of these people, we got you. I would never reveal a source. Honestly, I'm just saying that we need a little bit more of this energy all the way around. Because it's just top tier petty. I'm living for it. Have the day y'all deserve.
Kristi Noem raged against drag queens and gender theories. Now her husband's exposed dressing in giant boobs, pink hot pants, and crop tops for bimbofication fetish models. GOP family values in 2025. Classic projection. I fully expected the MAGA response to this. I fully expected it. But what did I get? Kristi Noem weighs in on report husband lives cross-dressing double life. Quote, the family was blindsided by this. Former DHS chief Kristi Noem is devastated by salacious allegations her husband Byron lives a double life where he cross-dresses and chats online with fetish models. Quote, Miss Noem is devastated. The family was blindsided by this, and they asked for privacy and prayers at this time. Kristi Noem, I had absolutely no idea about Byron's alleged salacious behavior.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a report alleging her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life.
So let me get this straight. The whole world knows she put that thing in her book about Kim Jong-un. And when pressed repeatedly, she refused to admit it and denied that that was the case. The whole world knew about cricket. And when pressed about that, she repeatedly denied that that was the case. The whole world saw Renee Good and Alex Preddy. And when pressed, repeatedly denied what we saw with our own eyes, with video. They've been talking about her creeping out of Corey Lewandowski's off hours with a bonnet and house shoes on for like 5 years. And when pressed, denies it and repeatedly refuses to assert that's the case. But when Byron is caught out with the kids' happy birthday balloons and some old green leggings from St. Patrick's Day, what we got from Kristi Noem was I am devastated and I ask for privacy at this time. What? Kristi Noem will deny that the sky is blue, water is wet, and that thing on Trump's head is alive. She will deny things that are commonly understood and accepted forever. But when Byron is caught out there with the flesh-colored top, with his face in the photos, looking rugged, she's devastated. And, hey, nothing can ever be more true than if Kristi Noem won't even deny it. I'm telling you, that's the highest level of truth. That's the highest level of truth is if even Kristi Noem won't deny it. Damn. Why? That's crazy. That's nuts. Hey, that's nuts. Excuse me. I got a higher one. I got a higher level of truth. Lindsey Graham with a bubble wand at Disney. I think technically that's probably the highest level. Matter of fact, Byron, because I know you need to hide out for a while. Byron, you met Lindsey? Oh, y'all know each other? This just get worse and worse, don't it?